The Business Bully podcast is being brought to you by Audible. With over 180,000 titles to choose from, Audible has something for you right now so you can start your business, grow your brand, do something to make yourself successful. So go to audibletrial.com/bully and let's go ahead and get this whole situation started.
He's been an award-winning media personality and producer. As a speaker, he's empowered over 1 million people from the stage. Now, one of the leading brand experts and business coaches in the U.S. is bringing his unique brand of straight talk to the world of on-demand audio. It's the Business Bully Podcast. Now, here's the Business Bully himself, David Anderson.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is me, the Business Bully. I am Dave Anderson. I hope all is well in your world. And let me tell you something. I am excited because tonight, or today, or whenever the heck you're deciding to listen to this thing, because, I mean, let's face it, it's why it's called on-demand audio, people. Get with it. It's awesome. Yeah. I have a very, very special guest. And sometimes I know folks are like, well, you know, what celebrity are you going to bring on, or what are you going to do, and this, that, and there. Sometimes it's not about celebrity, because behind the celebrity, there's the people you don't know. There's the people who make you look good. There's the people who actually get there, you know, and make it happen. If you're a porn star, there's the fluffer. See, the fluffer make you look good before you go out there and start doing all that. And if you don't know what a fluffer is, forgive me. And for all the kids who are listening, well, why the hell are you listening to the Business Bully? This ain't your show. You got to be at least 18 years or older to listen to me, because, well, damn it, I'm crazy. And then occasionally I might say fuck. So there's that. So listen, I want to bring on somebody who I feel is tremendously special. And I met her through a very good friend of mine and somebody who I do a lot of collaborations with, April Beverly, who's been on this show, The $1 Million Word Boss, you know, best-selling author, my homie. She's super awesome, second wife in my head. I love April Beverly, man. Y'all don't understand. April Beverly is what that is, and if you don't know about her, you're crazy. So this right here, this right here, man, let me tell you something. Let me just give her a proper introduction. So, Audria Richmond, the branding and marketing genius and founder of the Building Big Brands Agency, is a popular award-winning web and graphic design, branding, and marketing consultant. Whoa, she got more titles than I do when I wrestled for a living. Her genius lies in her ability to create stunning designs and coach digital entrepreneurs, small business owners, creatives, executive leaders, and industry influencers on how to develop a profitable personal brand. In the last 2 years, wait for it because this is my favorite part, her clients have generated more than $1 million in revenue, all by tapping into the real essence of their passion and talents. Known for her straight talk and big personality, Audria's work has garnered nearly a dozen awards and has been featured in various online publications, conferences, and podcasts, and now it's on the Business Bully podcast. She's got a brand new book, so listen, we're going to chop it up with her for a few minutes because, you know, she's got things to do. Audria, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited. You don't even know.
I don't know why. I'm so sorry. This, look, man, I'm trying to tell you, this is mediocrity, people. Like, this is, I don't know why you're excited, but I'm so excited. I just got a Facebook notification. It's like, I'm doing Dave Anderson show. I can't wait. I'm like, ooh, no pressure.
You're so real. That's what I love about you, man. Like, I've been listening to the podcast, and I'm just impressed with how real you are. Like, I really appreciate that.
Oh, that means a lot. I'm trying my best to not be fake at all, because I don't like fake people.
Right.
And I feel like, you know, you ought to be able to just keep it real with folks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's just always been how I've operated. I refuse to be anything but myself, you know, and that to me is just extremely important. So yeah, let's get into it. Tell everybody about what it is that you do. Like, I read the bio, but I want you to put it in like real super dummy terms for some dumb schmuck who's sitting here listening to my show. They're in business and like, well, what do I need her for? What exactly does she do? How is it different from what Dave does or what April Beverly does? Like, who are you and what do you do and why should I care?
Like, one of the main reasons you should reach out to me is because I know how to take you to the level of like that really makes people pay attention to you. One of the things that's really big right now is People are demanding attention right now. And one of the things I like to focus on is making you stand apart, meaning I unclone people. Because everybody looks like everybody else. Everybody is getting on the same platforms. Everybody is starting and doing the same thing. But when you have your own voice and your own brand, you show up in a strong way, and it show up in a way that makes people like stop dead in their tracks and pay attention. So when you're ready for people to start paying attention to you, and really, you're really trying to get those high-end clients, you definitely want to reach out to me.
I do love high-end clients. It's my favorite part of the day.
Yes.
You know, the day I said no to nickel and dimes, I was like, ooh, I don't know. I got a lot of nickel and dime clients. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But then, you know, when that first $2,000 check came through, I was like, that's not bad. And when that $5,000 check came through, I was like, this is even better. This is all right. I should have. And then I'm like, I should have done this a long time ago. But let me tell you something. Your ass expensive. We just gonna keep it all. Your ass is expensive. Okay?
Yes.
Your ass is real expensive. Like, literally, I got, like, you make people make life decisions. We just gonna talk about it. People gotta start thinking, like, damn, do I want to have running water this month?
Yes. That's what I do. I'm ready.
And she's like, and I'm okay with that. You don't need that electricity.
No, I'm good. I'm confident. I know what I bring to the table.
Awesome. So when somebody challenges you on your price, what's the first thing you tell them?
I tell them thank you for your interest, but peace out. Like we don't have nothing else to talk about because my rates are non-negotiable. I know what I bring to the table. I know the experiences that I have, and it don't come from a cocky place. It comes from a trial and error place. It comes from me helping other people. It comes from me. I know for a fact that when you get through working with me, it's not going to look like what you see out in the market. So I know I'm one of a kind type of person. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when people have me on my prices, to me, I don't get upset because I know that's their belief system. You know what I mean? Like when you're dealing with belief systems and what people mentally think and the way they carry on in life, that's just how they are. I don't get upset about it. I just be like, okay, cool. Because, you know, sometimes people come right back around and they pay my rates. And sometimes I'm way higher than when they originally came to me, you know?
Oh, Lord. People going to be selling their kidneys on the black market, but that's okay. That is all right. So let's talk about what it takes for you, to help somebody with a project. Like I know you do a lot with a lot of visual branding. You know,
right.
I mean, there's only so many colors in the spectrum. How much can you differentiate? Like, say somebody's got, I don't know, a babysitting service or some kind of daycare. What makes you like? What is it that you do that they can't necessarily get anywhere else?
Well, for starters, I start with strategy, which a lot of people are kind of confused. You know, a lot of people think because I visually show up very attractive, they think that, oh, she's just a graphics chick. But I'm not a graphics girl. I'm actually strategic more than I am visual. And when you combine strategic, aspects of things with being visual, that's when you create magic. Like all of my designs, everything that I create for clients, it's always have the goal in mind. If you're trying to sell more of product A, well, how can we do the visuals to complement that? If you're trying to get rid of something and put the spotlight on something else, let's talk about those things. But for the most part, I start from a strategic level and work my way up.
Nice. That makes sense. I'm not mad at that. What is the most difficult thing you've ever had to do since working for yourself?
Deal with people, man.
Ain't that
really
what you're supposed
deal
to do?
with,
Ain't that what you're supposed to do?
Absolutely, but when you're dealing with like setbacks, mental mindset blocks and stuff, like the work I do is easy. It's the getting through to people and letting them see their worth is my challenge. You know what I mean? Like everybody don't wake up and see their worth. You know, it takes some type of challenge or it takes some type of life altering experience for people to really see their worth. And I find that I spend a lot of time in that area more than I do anything.
So what is keeping people from seeing their worth though? Like how does that happen?
Industry standards. One of the things that that happens is like if Charlie charged $50, I'm gonna charge $50, and like now we got a whole bunch of Charlies running around charging $50. The only thing that's different is the logo and the colors and the website, and you haven't done anything other than look like everybody else. So that's why I'm doing this like no clone zone type of thing, where when you come to me, I unclone you. I take everything that looks like Bob and get rid of it and really pull you out of it. And sometimes people are not willing to go there because they don't know who they are.
Wow. Damn, it's like you branding people, you giving them colors, and you giving them a psychological lesson. Like, you trying to take out Dr. Phil and like everybody at the same time. Like, you just want you are greedy. You just gonna talk about your greed for a minute. But no, like that's I know what that is though, because like I spent so much time, with one brand for myself that I spent a good 15 years developing. And then I realized that, through a lot of trial and error and a lot of pain, I had to get rid of that brand because it no longer suited my growth. It no longer suited my needs. And what was so hard about that was I'm like, but I have all of these fans and they love me here. And I should stay here for the fans. And Mark was like, Negro, please, if you don't let these Negroes go.
They gonna come.
They look.
They gonna come for the party. If you truly great at what you do, you ain't even got to worry about that. They gonna migrate very easily.
Pretty much, and that's the thing, man. People don't know that because they're so comfortable. It's almost like Linus and his security blanket. If you ever watch Charlie Brown, there's a lot of people who just don't want to move from beyond where they are. Like, I have no problem investing in myself. As a matter of fact, I love to invest in myself. My whole thing for me, it's a different ball game. Because people are like, man, you got it made. You can do what you want whenever you want and all that. But they don't look at the fine print. The fine print is, I got 2 kids, 2 cats, a wife.
Right. All of the benefits of that.
Right. So it's not like it's just me. Making all this fabulous money. When you start breaking that thing down, it's like being Bobby Brown or being Bobby Brown in New Edition. But I can't quit New Edition. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I can't quit my New Edition. Like, they with me for life.
Right.
So I'm still making these solo records, but New Edition's still getting paid. Right. So it's a different kind of race, man. So I understand that fear on a very personal level. I really, really do. But I want to talk about your visual process for a minute, without you giving away any trade secrets. But I want to talk about, like, you talk about colors a lot and how you break colors down. Like, and for me, I know visually I'm working on a lot of different stuff because I have a lot of different irons in the fire. But the one thing that I did like when I heard you speak recently was you were talking about how you never you never get out of that color scheme. You may bring one color to the forefront, but it's still tied into the complementary color scheme that you build for that client or that customer.
Right.
How does that work, though?
It starts with a branded style guide. If you look at I said McDonald's. I said McDonald's. I was saying McDonald's.
They're McDonald's. I'm McDonald's.
If you look at McDonald's,
yeah,
their colors are always the same.
Red, white, yellow.
Matter of fact, it's against it. Matter of fact, if you want to be super strategic, if I give you my branding style guide and my branding style guide to only use this color, and you choose to say, you know what, I think is close enough, and you mess up my stuff, oh, we got a problem. Like, think about Tiffany Blue. I don't know if you ever watched a documentary about the Tiffany Jewelry Company, but they actually have trademarked and patented the color, the Tiffany Blue color.
Yes, indeed.
To make sure, like, they have partnered with so many different color companies to make sure they get it right. And if they don't get it right, they throw it away. Like, that's how serious it is on matching that color. So when you're talking about a brand, especially one of the things that's pretty cool with branding is consistency. So as long as you use the same color, like, when people see my colors, they know it's me. And it's not just so much my color, but it's about how I show up, my presentation, what I'm presenting, and the tone in which I deliver my content. Because I'm very clean, but I'm also bright, funky. and punkish like. You know what I mean?
Very clean, bright, funky, and punkish, like hip hop, smoothed out on the R&B. It's like, damn, that's a lot. I'm very clean, but I'm kind of poppy punkish, like it's a lot going on. It's like, you know, I got a little Bob Marley in the front over here, on the back got a little Bobby Brown with a gummy, and then I got some Ray J over here, and in the back it's all Gucci Mane. Like, what, huh?
Yeah.
I'm with you. Look, people are complicated, and that's the thing with me. Like, I feel like I'm so complicated. I don't know how to narrow myself down to like one color scheme. I'll be honest. Like, look, I have no problem admitting what I'm not good at. You know what I'm saying? I like colors.
It's not something that you do on a regular basis.
No,
you know
I sell shit. That's what I do. I sell shit and I teach people how to sell shit. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, like, for instance, it's kind of like I don't know, man. Like, when you look at Wendy's, when you look at Subway and stuff, like, that's just like riding down the street one day and then Subway is hot pink. It's the Dunkin' Donuts colors. You like, what? What's wrong with Subway? You gonna think something wrong.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when people look at your brand. The reason that people can't get consistent sales is because they not consistent when they show up. Like, don't nobody want to do business with somebody that's not consistent. Like, you know, somebody had sent me a website to somebody for a copy editor, and I looked at their website. I said, hell to the no. I'm not buying nothing from them. Look at this whack-ass website. No, not going to happen.
This whack-ass website. Damn. And you just cock-blocked their business, too. You was like, nah. He said, look at this whack-ass website.
I'm give you a chance.
I can't get jiggy with this shit.
Right.
Nah, man, but I mean, that's real, man. Like, my mother used to say all the time, man, you got to give people the old razzle-dazzle, you know? Mm-hmm. So I think that's important, that people, you know, look at what, you know, what you do and what you bring. Because those things are important. And yeah, like, I have seen some odd-colored McDonald's, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, in Dallas, they got a McDonald's that's built like a Happy Meal box. You know, so there's different types of McDonald's that are running around here that, you know, are still crazy on the outside, but when you go in or you look at that sign from the road, it's still got those golden arches with that yellow bottom that says McDonald's on it. So, right. You know, the bottom line is it stays consistent. What is, at this point, the hard thing about getting people to get it? Like, have you ever, like, given somebody a color scheme, they're like, I don't like it?
No. I find that my clients are pretty satisfied once they work with me, and that comes from people trusting me. Now, I do have clients who they'll work with me and they'll get their color scheme and they'll be a little consistent with that, and then they'll go check out another branding guru. You know how people are always switching up. They'll go check out another branding guru and be like, oh, well, Barbara said that I should use, you know, orange instead of this yellow. What you think? I told you what I thought when you paid for it. Like, why are we talking about this again? You know,
that burns me up, man. And there's a guy named Andy Stanley. He's one of my favorite preachers, and he says, you know, there's no win in comparison. When people start trying to compare this person to that person, or, you know, they do it to me all the time. Like, the new thing folks are doing, they're like, you know what? You know, what about Gary Vee? I'm like, I think Gary Vee's great. I like Gary Vee. Well, you know, when he talks about that, you know, there's you know, the race shouldn't matter and this, that, and the third. I agree, race shouldn't matter. Unfortunately, I live on Earth and I don't have white skin. So, while I respect his gangster, he can't speak on black issues, just like I can't speak on what it is to be a Russian immigrant forced to drink pee by kids who tease me. I can't relate to that. So, you know, if we're talking about sales, if we're talking about mindset, me and Gary Vee, we good all day. But when he starts telling black people what they can and cannot feel, that's see, nah. You ain't listened to enough Jay-Z to have that conversation. So nope. And that's the thing, like, I'm me. So I'm good with being me. I love being me. I love that there are people who absolutely, when they hear the sound of my name, they automatically suck their teeth. Because I don't trust the person that everybody loves. I don't. I want some people to vehemently hate me. I do. You know? So how do you feel about those who hate what you do, feel like you're overpriced, feel like you're ruining the game for their operations?
You know, the way I feel about that, man, if you hadn't personally felt like you're worthy enough, man, that's your problem.
Okay.
Like you can't get mad at me for what I charge. I have people who deliberately come on my live streams and ask me all the damn time, man, what software you use? It ain't none of your damn business. Like, what is it with people that feel like they can just come up on your platform, ask you what you use, and you supposed to just tell them for free? Is this just like going to Target and be like, hey man, can you tell me who your distributor is for these blankets in the back? I'm thinking about starting a blanket company. Get the hell out of here with that.
Yeah,
You just can't do that.
because there are people who are dumb enough to answer that question.
Right? Yes.
And people do that to me all the time. Like, I'll never forget. I sat in a meeting with the C-suite at Nutrisystem, and they weren't using video correctly. And so I come in and I give them a presentation on a tablet, and I let them look at the tablet. I let them look at the presentation. Like, well, what are you using to do this? I'm like, I would love to tell you that. Unfortunately, you have not cut a check yet.
Exactly.
I'm like, but we can do this. No. you ain't cutting a check. We not talking. Or folks will be like, well, how did you get such and such to do this, or how did you get this person to endorse you, or how did you do that? I would love to tell you, but you haven't cut a check yet. Bless you, babe.
Right.
I just don't have where do you how can somebody else qualify your level of education, bless you, and experience to somebody else? You're not going to do that. No. I worked my ass off to this. Not to keep using the Bobby Brown analogy, but he said it at the end of my prerogative. I made this money, you didn't. I don't know where people's there's something about somebody trying to pimp me, which just really bothers me.
They do it because they think they can. And I think what's interesting about the online marketing space, since I've been in this space for about 2 years now, been in business almost 8 years, but been online for the past 2.
Right.
What I notice about these online people is that, they feel like because the guru who's making millions of dollars a year tell you exactly what they using, that you can come to me and I'm supposed to mimic and do exactly what they do. Dude, bruh, they make millions of dollars a year.
You ain't a threat.
Right, absolutely. But if you're on the same level as me, why the hell would I tell you?
Yeah, that to me is dumb. And this is what I tell folks all the time. Like, I could literally give you a list of everything that I use, and you're still not going to do what I do.
Man, I almost threw this mic. Absolutely.
Don't you throw that mic. That mic's expensive. I've seen your microphone. No, ma'am. But no, and I put it in really dummy terms so that they look stupid at the end, where I'm like, okay, let me ask you this. If I gave you Michael Jordan's basketball, the one he won 6 championships with, would you be able to jump from the top of the key and slam dunk it? No. Would you be able to hit the clutch shot? No. Would you wouldn't be able to fly or none of that? No. Okay, cool. No problem. Let's switch sports. What if I gave you Tiger Woods' golf clubs? Would you be able to win a Masters? No. Would you be able to win one pro tournament? No. Would you be able to hit 2,000 holes in one? No, of course not. Okay, cool. So, if I were to give you Michael Jackson's glittery socks and his loafers, those penny loafers, can you moonwalk like the king of pop?
Right. Absolutely not.
No. Can you make Thriller? Can you make me like a Thriller type album that's still selling 10 years after you're dead?
Man, I'm gonna tell you that's so true. I actually told this girl what software I use, and she still messed it up. I mean, I gave her the exact setup and everything, and she still fucked it up. I was like, okay.
People, I used there was when I was leaving Dallas, when I was going through my whole homelessness thing, Jay-Z had dropped that I forget what album it was, but he had the song called Thank You. And in the song, he starts talking about, I was going to kill a couple rappers, but they did it to themselves.
Yes.
I was going to 9/11 them, but they didn't need my help.
Exactly.
They ran a plane into that building, and when that building fell, but that's what it is. If you sit back long enough, they will literally shoot themselves in the leg. It's just a matter of time, But I don't want to get into anything else until we start talking about this new book you got coming down the pipe.
Oh yes.
Lay it on me.
All right. So, The book is called, and this is my first time announcing it on any platform that I've been interviewed on. So it's like an exclusive. Uh, it's called "Are You Ready for the Yes? How to Prep Your Personal Brand for Lucrative Opportunities."
Wow, that sounds like a pimp book. Are you ready for the yes, girl? Come get this pimp. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Own your pimp. Own your pimp. So, are you ready for the yes? Now, your whole point is trying to get people to leverage their brand so that people will say yes for their offerings and what they bring to the table. Correct?
Absolutely. So, I meet a lot of people who keep saying, "Audria, can you help me with this, and can you help me with that? And I want a website like you. Matter of fact, can you help me create these info products?" And when it get down to the business, like, I need you to go buy this domain. I need you to go get this. I need you to go get this photo shoot. I need you to go register this, and so on and so forth. That's when we hear crickets. So you ain't really ready, right? So in this book, I want to address the mindset behind that and how to really get to a point where you understand what you're asking for. Like, quit asking for stuff that you're not prepared for. You know what I mean? You know, so it comes back down to, like, if Oprah was to call any one of us and say, "Hey, man, I need you to, deploy a team in 50 states and talk about your signature strategy," most people won't be able to make that happen.
Shit. You said most people. I'm about to say, because I'm going to make it happen. Oprah called me right now. It's a wrap.
Right.
I've been ready for this call.
But my thing is, sometimes it takes that extreme, and sometimes you'll miss out on the opportunity for not being ready. I've seen a lot of people get thrown opportunities left and right, but because they didn't have a website, the answer was no. Because they didn't author a book, the answer was no. Because they weren't interviewed on nobody's platform, the answer was no. I mean, simple shit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's keeping people from getting paid.
Yeah, but I mean, like, and maybe it's my ignorance because I've been at this for so long that I automatically think that everybody should be doing this. But then I check myself and realize that everybody doesn't know that if you stay ready, you ain't never got to get ready.
Exactly.
Like, I'm literally trying to find new and inventive ways to make this situation happen. And I'm not above, like, I got it. Okay. Sorry, we gonna have to talk about this because I can't take it. I can't take it. No, not another second. Audrey, we gonna talk about these gurus.
Please,
I was trying to be nice, but y'all don't want me to be nice. Y'all say y'all want me to. Y'all don't want me to be nice. First of all, the best thing about the internet, Audrey, is that everybody has access to it. Mm-hmm. The worst thing about the internet is that everybody has access to it.
Yes.
Okay, so there have been people who I have tried to help, not because it was out of the goodness of my heart, but because it was a situation where I knew I was going to be able to turn a profit. Because, damn it, I'm a businessman, I'm a sales guy, that's what I do.
Right.
And then they fuck it all to hell and wonder why I drop it like a bad habit.
Right.
That's one. Number two, some of these raggedy bastards, I gotta sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know if it's because I'm a parent now, but and I've always been an ethical guy. Don't get it twisted. But if I can make me a profit, I'm gonna make me a profit. If you're saying that your budget is $150,000, I'm gonna spend $149.99. Even if I know this is only gonna cost you $14, them's personal problems, because this your budget. But here's my issue: I have a problem with people promising things that they can't do themselves.
Oh my goodness!
Let me tell you something.
Let's talk about this.
Listen. I have had clients who have told me, "Yeah, well, Mr. Anderson, I wish I had spoken to you 2 weeks ago because I just paid somebody $6,000 and they promised me that I was going to make $10,000 in a month." And I'm like, "Have you ever made $10,000 in a month before?" "Well, no, Mr. Anderson. That's what I'm hiring them for." "Okay. And what are they going to do?" "Oh, well, they're going to set up this event." So I'm like, "Okay, cool." So the time, it's like a week before the event's getting ready to happen, and I'm talking to this person. I say, "Yo, so what happened? What's going on? You ready for the event?" "Well, we've only sold one ticket." "I'm sorry, what?" So this guru who done hustled you out of this $6,000.
Right.
I'm trying to get through this. Stop making me laugh. So this guru that hustled you out of $6,000 Can't sell one ticket. Now, I said, are they from your town? And he's like, yeah, they're from my town. And I'm like, they can't get more than one person to pay to see them in their home. But they're going to help you make 10 G's. And you cut. You know what I could have done with that $6,000? Man, let me tell you something. I'd have been like this. Beep boop bop boop beep boop boop. Charlamagne. Hey dog, hey. Hold on. Beep boop bop boop beep boop boop. Yo, Big Tigger. Hey dog, hey. like what are you doing?
Right. Let's get it done, man. What did you do?
What is you doing? But that's the thing, but people keep buying this snow job bullshit and nobody checks anything. I literally know gurus right now, and I'm using that term in the most tongue-in-cheek, sarcastic, Dave Anderson asshole way I know. I know gurus right now who literally cannot say what you want about Dave Anderson. And I tell people all the time, I don't know who started this Dave Anderson is rich movement, because Dave Anderson is not rich by any far stretch of the imagination. I told you about New Edition in my house. I got an all-girl band in my house right now. I am not rich. But one thing that you will not say, these bills stay paid. Okay? Mm-hmm. These bills stay paid. Me and Bill get along real good. I know gurus right now can't pay their light bill. But they fronting on Facebook. They kicking it on Instagram. And everything is cool. And they make nice little branding memes and all this other fly stuff, but they have no money. They don't even have a bank account.
All you gotta do is pull these people up to a platform and let them talk. And you should know not to give your money. I think Periscope has made it so easy for people to believe idiots.
Oh my God. Hallelujah.
If you get on Periscope, just the level of guru-ness that's going on Periscope right now. That's why I didn't get off the damn platform. I was on the platform for about a year, and the level of ratchetness that happens on that platform, I was just like, man, it's just, I gotta get off. I can't be a part of this shit when it crash.
Yeah, I have never ever in my entire life used Periscope.
Yeah.
Ever. Well, I mean, primarily because I own a piece of Hang With, which was out first, and then Periscope came in and got bought by Twitter, but that's a whole nother hour show, and I'm not going to get into stuff for legal reasons, but I will say this. I've watched other people on Periscope, and I'd be like, damn, like, if I just had no scruples, like, I could literally start selling people this bullshit, and they gonna buy it.
Yes, because people gullible. Like, I was talking to my husband last night,
mm-hmm.
and I said, how is it that the MLM companies can come to the hood and sell everybody up on these concepts and ideas and, secrets to success shit? And then you'll never be able to go to somebody like Marcus Lamont or a billionaire and be like, hey, man, I got that opportunity for you. All you got to do is sign here with the $250 and, man, you going to make money. Matter of fact, if you bring me somebody, they going to make money. I'm like, the level of gullibleness that goes into people who don't understand that they can create their own wealth. And obviously, it's a lack of knowledge. But then I'm scared to even believe that, because if you smart enough to invest in that, clearly you can take the time to invest in yourself.
But see, here's the thing, right? And I'm going to tell you where your thought process is off just a little bit, with all due respect. See, you're looking at this with logic and shit. My wife does the same thing. She be looking at the stuff with logic and shit. You got to look at it for what it is. Here's what they do. They say, hey, niggas, here's a nigga trinket. Look, you can pose by this BMW you'll never, ever, ever get.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then you can be super, ultra, mega power Doppler 3000 triple axle vice president, of which there are 3 super duper mega axle triple axle vice presidents sitting around. And you get to walk across the stage and they put up pyrotechnics like it's fucking WrestleMania, and you feel like you've done something.
Right.
You haven't done anything. And no. And fucking no, that's why. But you happy, you got your little suit on, and you're sitting there. And listen, I have no issues with network marketing. I think it's a phenomenal concept. I have issues with pyramid schemes that portray themselves as network marketing. I think that if you're going to put that much energy into something, it should only be because you're not creative to have something of yourself.
Yes,
that's fine. And that's fine. Look, everybody is not going to be an Audria Richmond. Everybody's not going to be an April Beverly. Everybody's not going to be a Dave Anderson, a Gary V, whomever. That's okay. You have to accept the fact that you're special, I'm special, these other people that I've named are special people. That's cool. There are, unfortunately, what my mother refers to as the unwashed masses. And those unwashed masses, they need that structure. They need to be the Avon lady. They need to sell Amway and shit. That's just what they need to do. And you got to be cool with that. But when they start thinking that this is their own business, see right there, that's where you lose me.
I mean, that's who I'm talking about. I ain't talking about my mama who decided she wanted to sell Avon because she retired. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about her. I'm talking about the people who clearly set up shop. I'm talking about go get registered, hire a team, and everything. Do everything an entrepreneur would do, but don't have the creativeness to do it for themselves. And I would even say it's a lack of creativity. Because the way some of these people be structuring their business, clearly you have some type of creativeness in you. Mm-hmm. You ain't stupid. Because they don't hire stupid people in that regard. You got to have some type of logical sense to even be on the platform.
Yeah, but you just have to be, you have to be a follower. Okay? You have to be a follower. You have to be a follower to a certain extent, but you can't be such a, you have to be a follower with some leadership tendencies. You can't be a leader with some following tendencies. You have to be a follower with some leadership tendencies. Because if you have some leadership tendencies, I can give you a little butter biscuit and a nice little title, and you're going to go out and you're going to go run and build my downline for me, so I can sit back, sit in my tires, drive my BMW, and then come and talk to people for 30 minutes and get them to sign up for $250 a piece. Mm-hmm. But I cannot. Les Brown told me this, and it is one of the things that changed my life. He said, David, when people fight for their limitations, they get to keep them. Mm-hmm. And that's what people do. People fight for their limitations. They think all they can do is sell 5 links or World Ventures or whatever the latest one is, or these weave clubs or body magics or bending snaps or thong cleaners. I don't know what these people are pushing, but whatever the fuck it is, they don't think that they can come up with anything. And so, see, people are not willing to bet on themselves. I'm willing to go down with the shit. Right. You see what I'm saying? Because and sometimes that's a mentality that can, and I applaud my wife, because we had this conversation there. I was talking about how, what makes us work is that one of us is the one who jumps off the cliff. The other one's like, you going to take these wings, ain't you? Right. She's the one telling me to take the wings, by the way, because I'm just off the cliff like, I believe I can fly. And then that ground start coming up at me like, damn, I need to build these motherfucking wings. Let me hurry up.
Right. I feel like if I'm going to hustle that hard for somebody else, I'm going to do that shit for myself first.
Yeah. And I mean, that's how it should be. Now, I'm also, and this is another thing, people are like, you're so anti-job. I'm not anti-job.
No, I'm not.
I'm pro-job. There's nothing wrong with a job. I like jobs because guess what? Obamacare is expensive if you're young. Mm-hmm. So you might as well get those benefits, but let your job be an early investor in your dream, though. Part of your paycheck should be going to build whatever it is that you're trying to build. But we don't think that way. We just go on and just, I don't know, diddle ourselves into believing that somehow it's magically just going to work out, or we get amped. See, the people that piss me off are the people who talk about how they want to be an entrepreneur, how they want to do for themselves, but then they get amped because the boss bought donuts in the break room. Bitch, a dozen donuts.
Or they got a company cell phone.
Ooh.
You balling now. Hey.
I can't. She said they got a company cell phone and they balling. Lord Jesus. But I just... Okay. So, do me a favor. Give me 3 things that people can do so that they can begin to say yes to themselves.
1, be willing. That's the ultimate first. And then be willing to be open to change your mind around how you think, right? And the 3rd thing would be, don't be scared to invest. Don't nothing amazing come free. Period.
I'm here to tell you. Let me tell you something, man. Everything costs. It's just whether or not you're willing to pay for it. Yep. If I knew than what I know now, oh boy, I'd be like, damn, I guess, because I'm always afraid, like, because the second I spend, an exorbitant amount of money on something that's going to benefit the business or something that's going to work in the long run, that's going to be an investment, I'm always afraid like something's going to happen, like the air conditioning is going to go out, or the kid's going to need a braces tightened, or whatever it is, But you got to kind of check yourself and get over that, because an investment is something that's going to give you a return, and sometimes that investment is definitely well worth it. Because the best thing I ever did for myself was just step out on a limb and invest in what it is that I do.
Right, you have to. I think that's what's gonna open you up. I always tell people, what's the most money you ever spent? And I was like, double that, and keep doubling it till it's scary.
Yeah, if your dreams don't scare you, they ain't big enough.
Right. People like, what's the most you ever spent on your business? $200. I was like, man, I'm done talking to you.
Huh? Who said that? You talking about a kid with a lemonade stand? I know you are. See, you be twisting the stories. You ain't talking about no adults. You ain't talking about no adults.
Themselves to guru status,
What? Whoa. No, you're not just going to gloss over that line. Did you just say they Googled themselves to guru status?
Yes.
I hate you. Fuck off my phone. She said they Googled themselves to guru status. Lord Jesus, ain't there a bunch of Google geniuses out here, boy?
Yes, Google geniuses.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Goony Google. That's what they do.
GGs. I call them
GGs. Google geniuses. Ooh, boy, that's another one. And they hate to see me coming, boy. Listen, I was at an event, right? And I'm going because I'm asked to sit on a panel, which is not an uncommon thing because some people just have a death wish. That's cool, no problem. So I'm waiting for the panel to happen, and I'm in like this VIP area so I can hear what's going on out in the lobby, right before the lecture hall's happening. And this guy is speaking. He's giving a talk, and I've heard this talk before because I worked for the man who actually created this talk. His name is Les Brown, and I'm listening to this talk, and that's not Les's voice. It sounds like Les, same intonation and pitch, but that's not Les, because I know right now Les is in California. Right. So who the fuck is this Negro? So I put down the free grapes and fruit punch, and I head on out to see this boy. And I mean, he's literally spitting the same exact word for word. Life is unpredictable. Eat the dessert first. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, no,
wow.
Yeah. Line after line. You have greatness within you. You can do this. You gotta believe in yourself. I'm like, damn, dog. Is there anything original about what you about to say?
Right.
Other than and my name is. Like, the whole thing. I was waiting for him to close it out and be like, this is Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. I'm like, Negro, no, you didn't. So then, same event, right? Another dude. He gets on the stage, right? And I'm going to just say he sells widgets, okay? And this is supposed to be about building your business and doing things to build your business. So you're supposed to be speaking to this audience of business owners. And he's telling them about how he conquered widgets, and he's the only person that makes widgets for widget kind in America. And he literally was trying to sell from the stage in the worst possible way ever. He's like, most people save this stuff for the end, but I'm going to do it right now. I'm like, idiot, there's a reason you sell from the stage at the end of your talk. You sell them the whole damn time, you moron. You ain't gonna get nowhere. But this is what they do, and I'm happy that you've written this book because people really need to get over themselves and say yes to the possibilities of them being great. So I need to know when the book is coming out, where they can get it, and how people can get in contact with you.
The book I have not released a coming soon date yet, so it's coming soon.
Okay.
But people can reach out and learn more about me at AudriaRichmond.com. That's my little YouTube channel and everything, all from AudriaRichmond.com.
Awesome. So, Audrey, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for coming on my little whole show. I hope it lived up to your massive expectations.
Thank you. I really enjoyed myself. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm about to get me a salad and lay it down because I'm tired. But thank you so much. And you got any shout outs, anything you want to say before we wrap this up?
Yes, man. Thank you again for the opportunity, and I just want to thank all of your listeners for being loyal to you. So that's my shout out.
Yes, indeed. I do appreciate that. And thank you so much for coming in. And thank you, listeners, for being loyal to me. That's very important. That was awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and close the show out. And we'll see you guys next time.